This is just the beginning, actually. Because like a big producer said after winning the award, wrote to me, this award is a setup, and I know it's a setup myself because I've told myself that after this award, yeah, I want to be open to so many opportunities which I know will come, which had already started coming.
You and I know, say this town a man no man. Who I sabi?
You sabi God.
Hey, thank God for my campaign manager too, Judith, who is also my producer. Trust me. I'm not saying this because I want to make her feel good, but I'm saying it because that's the way it is. Personally, I'm not even much of a social media person from onset. And she told me after we shot Just Not Married, said, Rotimi, you should have an Instagram. Why actor no go get Instagram and do? Rotimi, so she pushed me into opening one. And well, I began to keep up with it. But left for me alone, maybe I wouldn't have been able to do much because aside from acting, I am not, should I say I'm the shy type? Not really, but I'm not just that kind of person who wants to tell you and tell you again and tell you again. Once I tell you once, it appears to me like I'm bugging you, so I don't want to bore anybody with my plea, you understand, So, but with the help of Judith, I'll do with the whole team, work with the Just Not Married crew, family and friends, we were able to pull this trip. I think, I don't know, I didn't do it alone. Everybody did it. Everybody did it. It wasn't easy because, I don't know, maybe AMVCA did this deliberately to make the voting process very tedious, So for anybody who won on that stage, worked real hard with family and friends. Well, I think that's the part they say is just God, because I was just in my house one evening and Judith called me and was like, Rotimi, how far now? I said, I get role for you. I was like, okay. To me, I just felt it's just one of those normal roles anyway. So, but because of the kind of mindset I carry, I have this at the back of my mind that even if I'm playing just one scene, in a movie, I play that one scene like I play like I'm the one playing the lead character, because I do not know where that one scene would take me to, just like it happened in Alan Poser, So I just told her, okay, fine, I'm open to it. She said, I'm going to send you the scripts now, read for Lati. And after reading the script, I told myself, yeah, I love the script. But between that period of time and the period of shoot, we're not seeing it to be this big. We're just seeing it to be like one of those regular movies we shoot and goes on probably, one cable platform, online platforms, and that's it, you understand, So, but one thing the producer did that actually, impressed every one of us is we were shooting under a very conducive condition. We were not overstressed, at the same, in fact, we shot below, below the number of days we were supposed to shoot, but in all, it came very smooth. For me, I didn't have to go for any audition for this role. She just called me up that, Rotimi, I know you fit for this character. All I need you to do for me is just to get your dread back on. I was like, fine. I've got that kind of flexible air. I could turn my eye into anything, anytime. So, in terms of getting into the character, Lati, I think sometimes the things you see, they say what you do not know, you don't know. What you don't have, you cannot give it. And that's why for we actors, it's always very important for us to do research when you're given a script, especially when you do not know much about that, character you've been given. Now, Lati's meant to be a straight boy. I live in a rural area per se where I get to see a lot of, young guys trying to, sustain themselves. And there are a couple of guys at my junction, the junction that leads to my house. They see me and they, hey, actor Baba, all those kind of thing. They call me ANTP, the normal Yoruba acting, person. So there's this particular guy amongst them who loves to sing like almost every time, and I told myself like, okay, fine. I've been looking at these guys, yeah. I smile anytime I get to see this guy, do the whole singing thing and all that. And I told myself, okay, if I'm gonna pick from this guy, let me just infuse something from this guy into Lati's character. He is a stark illiterate. The guy I'm talking about is actually a stark illiterate. He sings more of your song and all that. But of course, because who Lati is Lati is not a total, stark illiterate. He just didn't have the opportunity to further his education. That's why he could have a friend like Duke, to help him. So I had to just balance it up. So, and I came back to the director. Okay, director, what do you think about this, mannerism for Lati? And the director said, Rotimi, just give me what you think Lati is. And when I did that, and I was like, okay, this is cool. If you feel you're comfortable in this, let's have it. So I also give a thumb up to my director, Patrick Obong. If he wasn't that flexible, maybe I wouldn't have been here today, jubilating about, earning an award to myself, So it wasn't just me. It was all about everybody on this job. I didn't. And I think it was just pride that sets in that period. Like, why should I go and study creative arts when I know how to act? So I started from law. I did diploma in law at Lagos State University. I switched to, that was diploma in law. After diploma in law, I did my full-time. I crossed to my full-time. But while I was in 300 level, I told myself, Rotimi, acting is calling you. You need to go do this. Now, I told myself, if I am going to do this, I can't be juggling both together if I want to give it my all. So I decided to go for a part-time program in sociology. So I graduated as a sociologist. I joined the production outfit, that was like maybe 2005 or 2006. I didn't really get to do much, just go for rehearsals and all of you. But I did my debut as an actor was on Super Story. I did one before then, but we didn't go on TV per se. But that came on TV and people get to like, okay, this guy, yeah, that was Super Story 2009, yeah. And since then, yeah, we've been struggling hard. Fortunately, featured on at least 70 to 80% of the soap operas on TV, But trust me, it's not been easy, but everything amounted to what I am today. This is just the beginning, actually, because like a big producer said after winning the award, said, Rotimi, this award is a setup. And I know it's a setup myself because I've told myself that after this award, yeah, I want to be open to so many opportunities which I know will come, which had already started coming. Yeah, I really can't say this is what I am going to do or this is where I'm going to be tomorrow, because getting here today is not by my power, it's just by God. So I leave everything to God for Him to just guide me along. But all I want is to become very, very successful in this career so that I'll be able to liberate my environment. Currently, I just finished co-producing with a friend a movie on domestic violence titled Omoye. It should be in cinemas probably sometime soon, maybe months later. We're still at the post-production level. I intend to kick off back with my TV series, Kotiskara Palace, because it's been off air for a while. Also doing another project with the producer of Just Not Married, like sometime soon. And I got a couple of scripts, sent to me already, still going through them to read. But basically, probably before the year runs out, I intend to, do a major project, that is going to hunt for talent per se, and basically it's going to be in Ojo environs and Lagos as a whole. Basically, I really did not prepare any. I was trying to put a speech together, but I told myself, how this speech way they put together, so whether you go win, or whichever ways. I just told God to just, guide my speech, because sometimes you tell yourself you want to prepare this, you want it to go this direction, but you don't even know how you are going to feel when you get to that stage. I've been privileged to be involved in one or two competitions, and I realized that when it comes to that period where you're meant to probably announce the winner or not the winner, that's the way you feel. And trust me, if you think you have probably packaged something somewhere, my kind of person, it could be quite easy for any other person too, but for me, I don't think it was going to be easy because I was just going to pour out my mind, however it comes, how it comes. So, but for an acceptance speech, yes, I would have loved to have one, but I wouldn't be, how do I put it? I don't think I would be grateful to God to have packaged my acceptance speech that day and come and act, because that's acting for me, presenting that's acting. I don't want to act on that day. I just wanted to pour out my mind and be grateful to God, and that was what happened.